Okay.
So, shall we
dance?
Yeah, we could dance. We could do a dancing tutorial on the podcast.
Actually, there was a dance thing. What was the dance thing?
Where?
Oh, I know. We want dancers for guitars on the beach, don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
For, do you know what I'm going to say?
For one of the songs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For, what's it called? Oh, God.
Which one? By who?
Chuck Berry.
Yeah, that one we can remember.
No, don't look it up. Let's see if we can. Our minds can work. What is it called? You never can tell.
Yeah. Okay.
Because although old people like me remember it from its original, it became popularised in Pulp Fiction, didn't it?
I saw it. Yeah, you posted it.
I did.
I watched it, yeah.
With John Travolta and Irma. Is it Irma? Irma Thurman?
Probably, yeah.
A lot of ers in that name, isn't there? And
wasn't she in the news today?
Was she? I don't know. I can't see any bloody news.
To do with the
my computer's down,
thing.
so I can't. Nothing works. But she in Pulp Fiction, John Travolta and Irma Thurman, or whatever her name is, do the twist in this club, don't they? It's a very sexy twist to You Never Can Tell. And we thought that for all the people who are coming to Guitars on the Beach this year on June the 16th, if they're not going to bring their guitar and play along with the hundreds, possibly thousands of other guitarists, they could bring along their legs and twist on the beach. That'd be good. I'd quite like to see that.
The twist, yeah.
Do the twist on the beach to You Never Can Tell, as they do it in.
Well, it would be quite good to have like a little area somewhere for those people, and then like a competition or something.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, well, we'll do that. Well, that could be another
we'll say we will, but we do lie a lot, don't we, on this
I
podcast?
don't, but you are a bit of a fibber. But that could be another one of your things. Besides your headbanging competition and your air guitar competition, now we can have Bobby's twisting competition.
Why would it be Bobby's?
Well, because you're just in charge of these things and you're good at them.
Am I?
Yeah, no, you're good at them and you're fair.
Yeah. I can jive.
Yeah, but you can't if you're playing, can you? You're meant to be on the stage playing. Yeah. But people can jive, but that would be good. That will be. We'll do that. There'll be the Guitars on the Beach twisting competition. I can't say that. It's like the word.
It's a tongue twister.
I can't say certain words. Like the other word, I can't say.
You just said them.
No, I can't say. I can't say the word PHENOMENAL.
Phenomenon.
Yeah, phenomenal. I can't say it. I can't. It's like, and people laugh at me. Well, people laugh at me anyway. But it's like crisps. I always add too many S's when I say crisps.
Crisps. Yeah. Okay.
It's strange.
I do lots of London-y things.
Do you?
That are wrong. Yeah.
What's that? Like breaking into people's cars and stealing their
the road. Just going across the road.
Yeah.
Or pouring of rain outside and things.
Pouring. Oh yeah. It is bloody pouring of rain.
It is. Yeah.
It's a dreadful day. Anyway, what have you got on your... You haven't got a list?
No, I haven't got a list.
Oh, God.
Yet. No, you're not supposed to have a list when you do these things.
Says who?
Says the podcast leading authorities in the world.
Do they? What, you're just meant to busk it?
Yeah. Oh. I should stop that, shouldn't I?
No, I don't mind.
Okay.
Why, I don't know. What is it?
I don't know.
At least your computer's working.
Something really important that's come up and so it boings me.
Sorry, you're not meant to have a list? What?
Because it's not supposed to be a format for giving out information particularly. I think on that, but we do want to give out information.
Like do you listen to that listening project thing that Fee Glover does?
What, that is that the podcast?
Well, it's a bit like a podcast,
right.
isn't it?
No, I haven't.
I was just wondering if they have a list. I don't know. Well, I need a list.
Okay, have you got a list?
I have.
What's the first thing on your list?
Sponsors.
Are they in a good order? Because that's
the sponsors.
No, it's just an issue that seems to come up with these podcasts, that when I play them back later, the important stuff is right at the end, so I have to sort of jigger it around a bit.
Yeah, but the trouble with that is that's like going to a movie. I mean, like the important part of a movie is at the end, isn't it? It's called the climax, or with a book.
I've strong suspicions a lot of people don't get past the first minute.
Well, I think then they should turn off now. Go away. Turn off now.
Right. Okay.
Because that's not the spirit of podcast listening, is it? You're just listening to two oldish,
mature individuals.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of talking away and desperately hoping that they can come up with something interesting. But sponsors, what we do need to do is say thank you very much, Lyme Bay Holidays.
Definitely.
Who have been unbelievably generous in sponsoring us. And they've made a very large pledge, which will with a bit of help from our other friends, will help us to get Guitars on the Beach going and put on this year.
It's about half a stage.
Yeah. No, thank you, Lyme Bay Holidays. That's really, really kind. And
they're always very supportive, actually, of the stuff in the town, aren't they?
They're very, very supportive. They support. What's the other big attraction in lyme-regis every year? The Red Arrows. They sponsor that, don't they? They enable that to happen. So if you're looking for a cottage or a house or whatever, a castle, possibly mansion, to stay in whilst you come down to Guitars on the Beach from all over the UK, I would recommend going on to the Lyme Bay Holidays. Do
they do camping, do you know?
Camping?
Yeah. Campsite sort of things, no?
I don't know, do they?
No, some people might like to come down and camp.
No, there are campsites. Yeah. There's campsites out at Uplyme and Charmouth, which have also supported us in the past.
I don't do that anymore, though.
What, camping?
No.
Did you used to do a lot?
A fair bit, yeah. In the Cubs.
The Cubs? What, Barbara Windsor? Did you?
Yeah, it's glamping now, isn't it? It's posh camping.
I went and stayed in what's it called? A yurt in Wales once, and I'd never been. I mean, I was just so happy in this. I could have lived in this yurt forever. In fact, if my
circumstances don't change,
if my circumstances continue on their current spiral to complete and absolute destitution, I probably will be living. Well, actually,
not in my garden. Mate.
I won't be. Thank you. I won't even be living in a yurt. I'll be living in a anorak or something. Anyway, I don't know whether Lyme Bay Holidays do camping. I suspect they don't because they're kind of cottaging. But no, they're not cottaging. When I say cottaging, I don't mean cottage. I mean, I was going to say cottaging experts, but I don't know. That's the wrong phrase. I shouldn't. No.
I'm naive in this, I think.
Well, they've never been caught in a toilet with Kenneth Williams.
Right.
So they're not those sort of cottagers, right?
Well, last night, Brian Street came round.
Oh, right.
And we did another tutorial for Guitars on the Beach.
I've just seen it. You showed me it, and it was Rhinestone Cowboy.
It was, yes. And I was getting worried.
Why?
Well, because on Facebook yesterday afternoon,
there
are hundreds of pictures of Brian dressed as a woman.
Were there?
Yeah.
Where?
On the Guitars on the Beach messaging
Where did
group.
they come from?
Well, people that
I didn't
just
see these.
kept on. I thought it was going to be Rhinestone Cowgirl by the time he
Really?
arrived.
I didn't see. Why don't I ever see
Because it's
these?
the private messages of the guys.
Why
on
aren't
the
I
beach.
allowed to be part of that?
Why?
Yes.
I think you know the answer.
No, I
to
don't
that.
know the answer to it. Well, in case I put them in the newspapers or something.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad. It's bad.
Is
what
it?
goes on there? Yeah.
Well, no, everyone's going to want to be part of that now. Now you've outed it. Why was Brian wearing a dress?
He seems to have had that desire over the years quite a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
do.
So in all different guises. I mean, some were put up by his wife, I think.
Really?
Mm.
Well, this is our musical director. Actually, I quite like this. So because we are an inclusive organisation, aren't we? We are.
Yeah.
And so we've got guitarists of all ages and abilities and genders.
Yeah.
Transgenders as well now.
Whatever.
I think that's good. Okay.
Anyway, that tutorial was quite
My
good.
mind's boggling now of the guitar, the house band performing in thongs.
No.
Yes. So where will people be able to see you probably wearing one of your hats again, and Brian in a dress playing Rhinestone Cowboy? Where will they be able to see
They'll
that?
be able to see that by the weekend.
No, not when. Where?
Well,
where?
no, you never let me finish the bloody sentence.
Sorry.
By the weekend on the Guitars on the Beach YouTube channel.
And what's that called?
Guitars on the Beach.
Or you just type that in?
Well, the best way is to go to the Guitars on the Beach website.
Right.
And in the top right-hand corner, there's the links to the different things like YouTube and Facebook. And I didn't realise there was because I'm not part of that. What's the one with the Instagram?
Yeah.
All the pictures there and Twitter stuff. So
Right. Okay. So go there and you can see.
yeah, and share. A lot
Share,
of people, we
it.
get lots of likes and things, but it's
But like
important
Sonny
that
and share.
people share with their friends so that we can spread the word throughout
Yeah, they
the
don't
land.
do that, do they? There's not a lot of sharing on
There's not a lot of
guitars on the
sharing.
beach.
No.
Maybe nobody's interested. Maybe people won't come this year. I don't know. But there's
They're bound to come.
they are bound to.
There's a lot. It's going to be good. I've got a good feeling about it.
Well, I did until my depression hit in.
Right.
But anyway, going back to... Oh, I know what I wanted to say.
Don't know it very well, do you?
What?
What you wanted to say?
Well, no, it's difficult because, as I was telling you, all my computer... I think I've been hacked by these Russians.
Oh no, not
Well, no,
Russians
seriously,
again.
something's gone completely wrong. I can't get onto anything. I can't get onto Facebook. I can't get into my emails. I can't. The only thing I could get was the BBC's news this morning. So maybe I've been hacked
On
by
your computer?
Yeah. Anyway, which is of course causing me a great load of stress, but because what I wanted to say was I wanted to check the name of, besides Lyme Bay Holidays, who've sponsored us very kindly, also Lavinia's Guest House in Woodmead Road. But it's not called Lavinia's Guest House. It's Lavinia owns this guest house in Woodmead Road, and I can't remember the fucking name of it. And I wanted to go onto my emails this morning to look up the name of it so I could say, thank you, Lavinia's Guest House, or whatever the guest house name is called. You can edit in later if you can find it.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, Lavinia's guest house is called Westwood Guest House, and she's got a website called www.westwoodguesthouse, all one word, .co.uk.
Because she sponsored us as well. And that's
has she?
yeah.
When did you find that out?
She sent me an email yesterday.
Oh, right.
And that's really kind and generous. And it would
she
be...
does sort of like yoga classes and things as well, doesn't she? Or...
Yeah. But it would be good if I could remember the name of her business that we could credit her.
Yes.
Because we are going to be putting up that all the people who have sponsored us, they will be getting credits on the website and elsewhere as soon as I can get it together to find out their proper names. And also Tuxie. Have we said about Tuxie? I think we have said. Tuxie sponsored us as well, which is good. Now, we've had a complaint.
Have we? From who?
A proper person, not Justin Tunstall or any one of our mates who's just writes in.
About the podcast?
About the podcast.
Right.
And this is a proper... Well, no, it's not about the podcast. Sorry, it's about Guitars on the Beach.
Oh, okay.
It's a proper complaint, which I'm quite worried about.
Are you going to let us...
Well, I'm going to, but I'm just going to do it gently. There's a fucking pheasant on your lawn. Look.
I know, yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. Thought I was tripping then. Rhinestone Cowboy. Yes, no, this is... Now, I'm going to put this delicately because I know that it will... I don't want to offend the house band because, as you know, I have a bit of history with offending the house band.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
So is this a musician?
I don't know if she's a musician. I don't... But it is a musical aspect of the complaint, which I obviously have to take very seriously and as... founder have to kind of make some sort of adjudication on. But I don't want to offend the house band, right? Because I don't want the situation like before when everybody left. A lady has written in and said...
There aren't enough women?
No, she's not worried about the women, particularly now that Brian's going to perform in a dress. She's saying that the house band... during the record attempt play-along songs are too loud.
Right.
And she says that if you're on the sand, you can't hear the sand band strumming along because of the overwhelming loudness of the house band. Now, I have to say, in my capacity as a non-musician... that there is some point to her complaint, right? Because I've been down there, as you know, every year, and there is a certain element of loudness. And so this lady has said, could we turn it down this year a bit so that you can hear the house band, the sound band playing along?
If you go to Charmouth...
Yeah.
And play on the sand there. Yeah. We don't want them to do that, though.
No, sorry, go on. If you go to Charmouth, yeah.
Well, it's probably about the right volume.
What is?
The house band.
If you're in Charmouth.
You could hear the house band in Charmouth.
No one's denying that.
No, I think she's got a real
You can hear the
point.
house band on Elon Musk's fucking Tesla car, which is going around bloody Mars at the moment.
Yeah.
You can hear the house band in the Gambia.
I think
that's not the point. Yeah. The point is that she's saying, and there is, as I said, she has a very good point, that because of that everybody on the whole planet can hear the house band, no one can hear the sound band.
Yeah. Can I?
Well, I think you should. Yes, as spokesman for.
No, because I've always thought that.
Have you?
Right? And then, but I've spoken to people in the sound band about it.
Yeah.
And I get what they've told me is there's no way you'll hear the whole sound band if the house band isn't loud enough for the sound band to follow, right? But the house band, I agree, could be quieter. But what people have told me is, it doesn't matter. You can hear the people around you on the sound band,
right?
So you can't hear the whole sound band.
Well, you see, I think you're right. You see, when we devised Guitars on the Beach, the idea was that you could play along with all these other people and you weren't going to particularly stand out and people go, Jeff's played a wrong chord, right? And it's a bit like the same way as you play along to a record player. You don't turn the record player down, do you? If you're playing along to, I Want to Hold Your Hand or whatever, you turn it up, don't you? It's like singing in the car. You turn it up to a level where people can't hear you singing, even though you can hear in your head yourself singing, because you want to avoid the embarrassment factor. Now, if we turn it down, and as you know, I have a bit of form with this.
Was it last year the lady came? Do you know?
She says this happens. This has been a complaint.
Right.
To my horror, she said that this was... I mean, I'm not making this up. This is a true complaint.
This, yeah.
She said that it's been the same every year.
Yeah. She last year we didn't have so many guitarists as the years previous, I don't think. But last year, because I did, if you remember, I mixed the recordings of the house band set.
Yes.
And exactly that. There was Hey Jude, I think.
Yes.
Where Brian said, "Let me hear you sing." And then I had to really struggle to get, their crowd weren't mic'd up. But maybe we do that this year.
Let's hear a bit of that.
What, now?
No, not that. Well, you don't have to go. You can edit it in a minute.
Maybe we'll finish on that.
No, I've got a better idea for what we're going to finish on.
Oh, right.
But we could hear a bit of that now. Now.
Shall we? Let's you go, come on!
Okay, so that was the house band not singing, or sound band not singing or playing Hey Jude. And there was something else I was going to say about that. Where are you going?
Oh, it's not going anywhere.
Where you are? Is it not on? Are we not recording? Do not tell me we're not recording.
No, we're recording.
Oh,
it's
right.
fine. I'm just checking how long we've been talking rubbish.
I don't care. I don't
it's
care.
About half
Do you know
an
what?
hour.
I don't care anymore. I don't care. I have given up caring. It's part of my depression therapy. So I don't know what to do about this loudness of the... Oh, I know what I was going to say. This is the problem. And you put your finger on it earlier on. It's because the crowd is so huge for Guitars on the Beach that all the guitarists who are on the sound are higgledy-piggledy on the sound. There's one over here, there's one over there, there's 2, 3 over there, there's 10 over there, or whatever. And they're not all grouped together. Now, unless we corral all the sound band guitarists in an area, which we could do. However, the problem with that is, A, they're not playing with their families, right? They're not playing nearby to their families and their friends. And the other problem is a bit like all of a sudden you're on show. Yeah. And I think this the thing about Guitars on the Beach, why it works, certainly why it works for me, is that you're not on show. There's no bloody spotlight's going to loom up on you. So I'm not sure, madam, what we're going to do with your complaint.
Well, we gave it a good listening to.
Yeah, but she wants a resolution, doesn't she? She doesn't want us just dismissing it, Anyway, so that's one thing. The other thing is, I'm trying to get Guitars on the Beach to be a transatlantic event this year.
Right.
I discovered, it's only taken me 62 years, that there is another lyme-regis, or rather it's called Old Lyme, and it's a seaside town in Connecticut. and it was founded in the 1700s or something, or 1600s, by settlers from Lyme-regis, who, somewhat laughably I noticed when I was reading on this, were Puritans,
right,
who fled Lyme-regis because it wasn't Puritan enough here. God knows what they'd think of it now. And Sodom and Gomorrah now, and they fled and went over to Connecticut and fought and founded a place called Old Lyme. So I've written to them to say, would they like to do a hookup where they have their own little guitars on the beach on the same day as we have our guitars on the beach on June the 16th, and they maybe kind of like play Rave On at the same time as we're playing Rave On, and so the twinning thing and get together and special relationship.
So have you been in contact?
Well, I have, but I'm a bit disappointed now. I don't know whether I'm talking out of turn here, because, as I told you, my computer's gone completely fucked, and so I don't know that I may have had an email from them overnight,
right,
to say yes, we're up for it. But I wrote to them a week ago, and I hadn't heard anything back up until yesterday, to say, would you like to do this? Now, I don't know whether they'd like to do this, but because
Didn't you get something back initially?
I did. I got something back from the local Old Lyme newspaper, who thought it was a great idea, and they were going to talk to their arts and music correspondent about it, but I don't know whether he thinks or she thinks it's a good idea, or whether this silence means they think it's a rubbish idea. But as I have no access to email now ever again, this is my only way of reaching old... Sorry, am I boring you?
No,
I am, aren't I? I just need to get in to say, if anyone in Old Lyme is hearing this, can you pull your fucking... No. Would you like to join us, please?
Yeah, that would be good to get some contact, on Facebook. Just a recognition that they're with us somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't have thought it was that difficult. But I'm worrying whether this is the Trump effect,
Right.
Because I think it's in Connecticut's quite
Republican. You think he's blocked all the emails?
Well, he could have done, couldn't he? Because I put something...
Send them to Putin.
Well, I put something rude up on his
Twitter feed?
Twitter feed, yeah. I just told him to stop shouting.
Right.
But I didn't put it as politely as that. And
okay.
I think, so he's against us as well now. Right. So, I don't know.
The whole world's against us.
It's against me.
That's not true.
Well, it is bloody true. No one. It is true. I'm unemployed and destitute, unless somebody wants to give me a job. Now, the other aspect.
What are your qualities?
Qualities
for somebody to give you a job.
I don't have any qualities.
Oh, then you don't stand a chance to.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? No one's given me a proper job since 2004. Not, That's like, how long's that? 14 years now. I'd have all these kind of higgledy-piggledy jobs and stuff, but anyway, never mind. Now, what we do...
we do have to wrap up quite soon.
Okay, we'll wrap up really fast. This is the last...
No.
Okay,
don't
but
be silly.
This is the last podcast, isn't it?
I don't know. We're going to discuss that. I wanted to discuss that.
Well, let's discuss it now.
Okay. Well, because I'm going to be in another place.
What, the House of Lords?
Yeah. Now I'm friendly with what's his face?
I don't know.
No, a politician.
Which one?
Oliver Letwin.
Our
local politician. Well, I had communication with him about being married. But anyway, what was we talking about?
You were saying that you were trying to chat up.
Right. No, there's another place.
I think he's married already. I don't think you got much chance there.
Right.
But you're a very fetching fellow, so he may leave his wife and family in Thorncombe and come and Join the pheasant on your lawn. Yeah, sorry, you were saying.
As I'm going to be in another place, not the House of Lords, it's going to be more difficult because I'm not going to take this microphone thing all the way to Spain, and you'll have to come to Spain each week.
Well, how can I afford to do that? Do you know how much money I've got left in my account?
No, I don't.
I'm going to tell you. £66.17. That's as of... This is what we're recording this on Valentine's Day. I mean, fucking hell, it shows how much the bloody world and God loves me, doesn't it? £66.17. That's tragic.
It is.
I'm 62 years old, newspaper man all my life, worked for Paul McCartney for 15 fucking years, and I've got £66.17. So how I'm going to get to Spain... Anyway, going back to what I wanted to say was you're going off to sunny Spain, aren't you? Viva España.
Yeah.
Which should be the play out for the thing, shouldn't it? We're off to sunny Spain. What
I want to do is to try and do a Skype thing with you before I go to see if it works.
Well, I only live up the road.
What do you mean?
I don't understand. Don't you Skype people who live far away?
To see it, you know how... I understand how technically astute you are.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth rehearsing that.
Well, how can I do that? My computer's been infected by the Russians, I don't have a computer. They're great. So I have £66.17. No home, no car. Well, I have got a bit of a car. No savings, no nothing, no job, no income, and now I've got no bloody laptop either.
Do you want me to do the lecture thing now?
Well, we will see if it works, but whether it works or not. Well, it'll have to work. So are you saying that all future podcasts from now until... When are you away until? Quite a long time, aren't you? Yeah, okay.
Next... we're going to do another one on Monday, another tutorial.
Will you?
Next Monday, and we're wanting you to come to that.
I don't know how depressed I'm going to be. I couldn't come last night because I was too depressed. I don't know. It's a very angry podcast.
I know.
I don't mind it. No, I think we should keep it all in. Fucking keep it all in. We can put in this podcast is going to be called In Which Jeff Goes Bloody Mad because he's so cross. But not cross about Lyme Bay Holidays or Lavinia's Guest House, who have been very nice, along with
Is that called Wood something? Wood?
It is called, but it's in Woodmead Road.
Oh, right.
Where I used to live. I should know this. It's dreadful. Anyway, and Ian Gillan, and...
Did you see that I got an email yesterday, I think, the official announcements about Ian Gillan becoming a...
patron
of the Marine Theatre,
where we will be performing on April the 14th for the benefit show for Guitars on the Beach. Hopefully there to raise sufficient funds to cover our 6,000, well, not that, but with the sponsorship money that we've had in from Ian Gillan, from the Snack Shack, from Lyme Bay Holidays, from Lavinia, from Tuxie. Anybody else? Probably is, I can't remember, but due to their generous donations, hopefully the benefit night where local bands and the house band will be playing at the Marine Theatre on April 14th. £10 a ticket. We will raise from that enough money to go with the sponsorship money, which means we'll be able to put on Guitars on the Beach this year.
So,
yeah.
We've hit the 45-minute mark.
Right, well,
so
let's just go.
We're going to be pissing off Justin Tunstall, aren't we?
Yeah. And yet he's such a supporter of us when he was the cheesemonger. He was a great support. If anyone else would like to support us, that would be lovely. Thank you very much. We'll get for you all the credits in our press and publicity material, and of course your names and logos will go on our much visited guitarsonthebeach.com website. But you were going to say something.
It's goodbye from you.
It is goodbye from me.
And him.
That's a very good ending. That's very good. Yes. Right.
Shut them at the door in some cool campagna and meet senoritas by the score. España, por favor.